Hey friends, welcome back to my channel for another figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Nota Studios Wukong and Yan figures. Now, I pre-ordered these, I think back in the spring, and I'm very excited about them. These were released as a set of 3, the third one being a samurai figure. You got a samurai, a Chinese mythological figure, and then like this kung fu figure. It didn't seem like they all went together to me. It seemed like these two I could pair together nicely. Of course, you know, it's action figures on a shelf. I think I was overthinking it. And now that I've seen the figure, I'm like, man, I kind of wish I'd gotten that. But I did get these two, so we're going to open them up and take a look at them. All right, first up is the Yan figure. I really like the box art on these. We got the nice spot gloss here. I'm not really going to go over the box too much because I can't read any of it. And also, you know, it's a box. One thing I find interesting is that Nota is constantly like changing the spelling of their stuff. I've seen it NOTTAA. I'm pretty sure that Constantine that came out recently from Aton Customs is from Nota because it's just Nota backwards. I'm sure they're probably doing that to maybe avoid some copyright issues. But I think they make a really great product, and I'm super stoked for this. All right, so here it is in the packaging. Nice little instruction sheet on all the different stuff that he comes with. And on the other side, we've got a sort of like breakdown of the lore of the figure. The Legend of Yanqixia, I believe is how you say that. So if you want to pause the screen and read up on his background, go for it. Look at everything he comes with. Sorry, I watch a lot of Justin's Collectibles. Okay, so man, there's some really cool accessories that come with this guy. Here's Yan out of the packaging, and this is a wholly unique looking figure. We don't have anything like this in 1/12 scale up until now, so this is really exciting to me. This is on a Nota body, which in my opinion is the nicest 1/12 scale body on the market. It's very similar to like a 1/6 scale high quality body, but just shrunken down. Really nicely tailored soft goods, it looks like. This does have a wire running all the way around, so that's going to be really great for posability. He's got this sash. I don't think is sewn in place. I think it's probably wrapped around him. There's some elasticity to it, so that's nice. He does come with this little scarf, and this actually is sewn, so it's not wired. So I'm assuming you probably pop the head off, put this on like this. The head was a little tight to get on and off, so you may want to heat yours up. But yeah, that's going to give a cool like windswept look to him. As far as the hands go, we've got this gripping hand for the drinking gourd that he comes with. I'm very excited about this because I've wanted one of these for like a samurai figure. This is, I think, like the flicking the sword open out of the sheath hand. So I'm so stoked about that. Got 2 of these flat hands here, 2 of these kind of grasping hands. And they do have a wash on them, so that's nice. It gives a little bit of depth to them. 2 closed gripping hands with a sword, I imagine. And then 2 of these, which I love. They're the like really dope, like kind of kung fu pose hand where, you know, where they're holding a sword and like 2 fingers out like that or something. He also comes with this flaming head. That's really cool. There's this really nice translucent sculpt on here, and it comes out of the eyes as well. This also comes with a swappable lock of hair. You can pull this out, plug that in, and he can have this like white streak, which is like such a cool accessory. You don't really see stuff like that ever. It's like really just to give the character a different look, I think. It doesn't plug into the alternate head, so it's just kind of like if you want him to have that, you can. He comes with this gourd, which is really nicely detailed. It even has a little cork stopper in it. That's incredible. And it comes with these little tiny stickers as well, and I think these are for putting on the gourd. I believe that's what that's for. And let's take a look at the rest of the accessories here. I forgot to mention, these are both the DX versions, so the deluxe. So they come with the full array of accessories. We've got this necklace, so that's something that he wears. We've got this jade, I believe. So, and I know jade was sort of thought to help you to kind of like channel your chi into like healing the body and things like that. I could be mistaken, so forgive me if my cultural ignorance is showing. He comes with a rice ball, which is like such a dope accessory. If you ever played Tenchu Stealth Assassins, you remember throwing these down and the guards would be like, oh, what's this? And they'd eat it and go, ugh. He comes with this sword, which I believe is like a Tai Chi sword, maybe. Really nice metallic paint job on that. And look at the detailing in this handle and the hilt and all the way down. I mean, that's just beautiful. And it does have these 2 little loops here and here, so you know, this is something you could probably put on his back if you wanted to. There are also 2 flaming versions of the sword, and they have some characters on them, so they're maybe like imbued with like some kind of glyph that has to do with like the magic And then we've also got this flaming sword for, like, you know, holding it still. And this also, probably hard to see, but this does have the same symbols on it as well. Yeah, just stunning detail on these things. And I love this. Look at this hat. The hair comes out very easily. Hat goes on his head like that. And this is actually like an elastic cord here, so that will go over him. Oh, you know what? That is the right way to do it, actually. So you do have to take the lock of hair out and put the hat on him all the way. And let's take a second to look at the detail on the face. Really nice paint apps on there. The eyes look great. There's a nice glisten to them. The eyebrows are fantastic too. They're not too dark, you know, not too thick. It's like a very believable softness to them. There's a little kind of L bracket on this, so you know how to plug it in. Man, what a sick looking figure. A couple more accessories. We've got these, which I don't know exactly what these are. I've seen these in, you know, video games and things like that. The scroll that, you know, pshing, will show up above the character, maybe float around, or, you know, they're like some kind of a symbol of the character's power. And we've got a flaming one here. Again, really nice detail. You know, it just looks like this thing's on fire. Like, that's pretty cool. And then we've got this one that looks like he can launch it at you. And this one has an opening at the bottom that I believe is designed to fit on this hand. So you plug those fingers in, and yeah, you can see them popping out that hole right there. And yeah, that's on there. That is so cool. Also, we've got this really nice, like, woven sort of basket shoe thing that he's got on. And then these are sculpted on. So let's take a look at articulation. It's like a dumbbell joint on both ends, I think. So you can get him looking down about like that, looking up about like that. I think you get the full range of motion even with this ponytail here. You can tilt from side to side pretty far. Shoulders hinge up to there. They also have a butterfly joint, so you can get him about to there, about that far back. And this feels like it would go all the way around if not for the clothing stopping it. Double jointed elbows get you up to there. Ball jointed wrists for a full range of motion. It looks like the foot has a peg inside that goes up into the lower leg. And so you get toe up to there, down to there. You can rock left and right, go all the way around. Hip swivel, kick forward up to there. Go back pretty far as well. Double jointed knees, splits pretty much all the way, which is excellent for a kung fu character. And then I forgot to mention the torso. You can bend forward about to there and backward to there, so that's pretty good. That's at the waist, and then he does have the ball jointed torso, I believe. So that'll get you some ab crunch as well, along with this kind of rotation. So, you know, these are probably as articulated as you get with a soft goods figure, which is fantastic. I mean, you know, this style of clothing was meant for flexibility anyway, because, you know, martial arts and whatnot. So this is probably as good as it gets, I'd say. And if you've ever had a Nota figure before or used one of their bodies, you know that they get quite a bit of range. I think the Felix Inkblot might have had a Nota body as well. Yeah, this guy's tons of fun to pose. I'm really excited to get the two of them facing off. All right, so here is Yan loaded up with accessories and a sweet pose, and this thing looks awesome. It's just such a beautiful figure. The detailing on everything, I mean, this looks like real wood. Beautiful paint applications on that scabbard, on the sword itself, on this medallion. The translucent stone look to this piece. This guy is just incredible. I cannot wait to get him on the shelf. And, you know, oh, I didn't realize this was his hair. The idea is that you take this off and then his hair is... All right, well, you know, he can still wear it like this and it looks pretty cool. One of my favorite things about a good figure is when you can have them using a lot of their accessories that they come with. You know, this guy comes with a lot and you can have him using a fair amount of them at once. He can hold these between his fingers like that, which is pretty cool. A lot of display options with this guy, and I think he's just excellent. So next up, we'll get Wukong out of his box and take a look at him. All right, next up we have Wukong, also known as the Monkey King. From what I understand, this character was created in a 16th century Chinese novel called Journey into the West, and has since become sort of a fabled character in Chinese mythology. This version is a little bit different. I think they're kind of doing their own thing with it. Character card here. It says on the back. Yeah, so this one is maybe like a legacy version of the Monkey King according to their write-up of it. So here we have him out of the package, and this guy looks awesome right off the bat. Now, one thing I do notice about these Nota bodies is they're a little knock-kneed. So the knees kind of go inward and then the legs come back outward like that. And then it looks like they stuck some paper in here probably to keep this blue from staining the body. Fantastic head sculpt. Really beautiful eyes. They're like kind of bloodshot a little bit. They must be some kind of sticker because they are perfect circles. And then they just have like a clear gloss coat over them. Got the little circlet crown thing that the Monkey King is known to wear. This is a really nice touch, this little like scaled rope. Then he's got this tiger skin that feels like a microfiber suede almost. He's dirtied up with some paint apps. Looking like a man of the jungle. Same articulation on this body, although I believe this one is made specifically, at least in the torso and the forearms, for this character because he's got a little like darker chest hair and stuff like that, and darker arm hair and on the back of the hands. Now the one difference in articulation with this figure is that the neck does not articulate. This is a solid piece. Then we've got these kind of monkey-esque feet. These wraps are sculpted in. He does have less ankle articulation than the other one because this wrap comes up higher. But these are really beautifully sculpted with nice washes, and they're different on each leg. He does come with a mask here. It actually has a little elastic band on the back of it. It does want to catch on the hair a little bit while you're putting it on, so it doesn't quite fit like snugly on his face, but it goes on quite well and it looks pretty awesome. We've got a cool wired scarf for him. This has a little difficult to get on, and the hair is pretty sharp, so I would definitely recommend putting this guy under a blow dryer before you stick this one on. I think this is when he powers up, but I don't know if he goes into like some kind of a beast mode. Really beautifully sculpted head. The mouth part is really nicely done. It's got a cool gloss to it. The teeth are like appropriately yellowed. Cool red eye paint there. Pretty phenomenal. Let's take a look at the other accessories. He comes with 2 pairs of these flat hands, and it's cool. They have like long nails and the furry backs of the hands. So there's definitely some unique sculpt stuff happening here. This isn't just like generic Nota body pieces. These relaxed hands you get 2 of. 2 of these weapons gripping hands, 2 of these hands that I think are probably for like using a staff, and then 2 of these kind of soft gripping hands, maybe sort of relaxed, sort of soft gripping. Really nice array of hands. You don't really see sculpts like that very often. And he also does come with these 2 like wrist wrap things, almost like a little sweatband, like he's a tennis player or something. Other accessories, he's got this really cool beaded sash. Oh, and it's on a bit of an elastic string too, so that's really cool. He comes with a rice ball as well, a couple of half-peeled bananas. Very, very cool. These look to be the same. Now he comes with 3 staffs, so you have this kind of standard one, and these are soft, so they have some flex to them, which is nice, so you don't feel like you're going to break them. And there's really cool sculpting at the top. I don't know if these look to be like metal sort of weighted ends that have kind of like a vine sculpture to them, almost like a bronzed kind of metal thing, so that's very cool. Then you have the powered up version, which is very cool. The gold, you know, kind of gives that, like this thing is powered up with energy. And then this is probably my favorite. This is bent on purpose so that it's like, it looks like it's swinging in motion. So you can get some really cool poses with this. And they even put the ends at an angle as opposed to being flat here. That's really cool. That's such a nice detail that I've never seen before. Big shout out to Nota for that. You've got these like motion swinging pieces too. So you can put these on either end of this thing. It can look like, you know, it's spinning in the air. You can do them in different directions so that it's got this kind of motion to it. Pretty dope. We've got this powered up arm. It does have a symbol on the end there. That is actually like a Buddhist symbol, I believe, that was co-opted by some very bad people early in the 20th century. So let's not conflate that, obviously, with what its original purpose was. I assume this has something to do with the powers that he summons. And then you have two of these big burly ape arms, which are pretty sick looking. And with a little effort, those do go on pretty easily. So really a vast array of stuff that you can use for this guy. I think I want to display him swinging a staff, so I'm not going to fully ape him out, but I do want to see what it looks like with the alternate arms and alternate head. All right, check him out. He's doing a little chest beating motion here. The articulation on these figures is so nice. Like, they really just very smoothly move around. You can get probably like a cool, like he's running on all fours, doing that sort of like gorilla gallop kind of pose on him. Yeah, this thing is awesome. Look at this. I guarantee you, I've never seen a figure like this. I mean, that's a very cool thing. What Nota has done here is they've given us something that we've not seen before, and I think that's pretty incredible. All right, so final thoughts on these figures. They might be the coolest thing in my collection. For real, these are so dope. I've been a fan of martial arts movies, wuxia stuff my whole life, and it's so cool to have something that is like an embodiment of those on the shelf. I think that Nota is really a phenomenal figure manufacturer, and I'm excited that they're dipping into their own stuff. So far, they've done a few unlicensed third-party figures. Them branching out to do their own original content is really phenomenal, and I can't wait for more. I am definitely going to be picking up the Samurai at some point to complete this little trilogy of figures, and I'm kind of mad that I played myself on not doing it sooner. Did you all order these? Anybody out there have these yet? I'm curious. I haven't really seen any reviews of them other than a couple reviews from overseas that are in, Mandarin or Cantonese or some form of the Chinese language that I cannot understand. So I wanted to throw up a video for the English-speaking crowd just to kind of round out the options. So yeah, I hope you found this informative and that it answered any questions you might have had about these figures. If there's anything I didn't touch on, feel free to ask me in the comments below. I know these are still available on bigbagtoystore.com for pre-order. I ordered mine through VCS Toy Box, so they received them overseas already and then shipped them here, and I just received them yesterday. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps other people find the channel and the video itself. I'm regularly posting one-off customs in 1/12 scale. I also make custom vehicles for action figures as well as diorama settings to put them in. So I invite you to come along, subscribe, and join me as I post this stuff pretty regularly. So thanks again for watching. Until next time, keep your head on swivel.